Foldable smartphones. I vividly remember seeing Samsung's first gen Galaxy Fold for the first time and couldn't believe that we have come this far in technology and that making smartphones that can fold was even possible. It's as if we took a time machine and teleported to the future to have a glimpse of it. Fast forward to nearly 5 years later, the Galaxy Z Fold series is already at its 6th generation, while its clamshell foldable counterpart, the Z Flip series, is at its 5th. In this video, we will be focusing on the latter, which is the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6. As futuristic as it is, has this compact foldable convinced me, an Apple user who is also an Android veteran, to put my iPhone 15 into the drawer and adopt this Android-powered foldable for good? Watch on to find out. Picking up the Galaxy Z Flip 6, one thing I immediately like about it is its looks. The colour matching outer camera rings might not be everyone's cup of tea, but the Flip 6 is the very first Samsung foldable I've ever tried out and I'm quite pleased with its design. Foldables alongside candy bar smartphones with daring designs like the Nothing phone are definitely refreshing to see in a sea of, let's face it, boring looking phones like the iPhone. However, aside from the colourful outer camera rings, changes made to the Flip 6 design over the Flip 5 are relatively minor. In fact, you can even fit the last gen Galaxy Z Flip 5 into the case of the Z Flip 6, albeit a little loose due to the Flip 5's rounded frame. The Z Flip 6 is now made to be tougher too, thanks to its IP48 rating, making it not just resistant towards water but also dust, as long as they are larger than 1mm lah. Despite having water resistance, the dual stereo speakers on the Galaxy Z Flip 6 are pretty decent. But coming from an iPhone 15, I have to admit that I'm spoiled by those loud, full and rich sounding stereo speakers, making the Z Flip 6 speakers sound a little teeny. This is most probably due to its compact form factor, leaving not enough space for a larger speaker chamber. When the first gen Samsung Galaxy Z Flip first appeared in 2020, it sported a tiny, and I mean tiny, 1.1-inch cover display. Then, in 2023, the cover display got expanded all the way to 3.4 inches with the Z Flip 5, albeit still surrounded by bezels. Fast forward to a year later, the cover display of the Z Flip 6 doesn't seem to have grown any larger, maintaining its 3.4-inch size and 60Hz refresh rate. At least it's now brighter at 1600 nits. This makes it seem like Samsung has stopped pushing the envelope in expanding the size of the cover display with its latest flip phone. I'm saying this because its competitors like the Xiaomi Mix Flip and the Motorola Razr 50 Ultra both have cover displays that literally span edge to edge, showing what innovation is supposed to look like. Samsung, being the pioneer in the foldable smartphone business, shouldn't have held back in this regard. To make things worse, you can't do any more things on a Z Flip 6 cover display as compared to its predecessors. This includes not being able to run full apps here like its competitors can, at least out of the box, but more on that later. What you can do with the cover display includes checking notifications, replying to text messages, adding widgets and using some basic apps. And no, you can't even open WhatsApp to send messages here. However, as I mentioned earlier, this is at least a situation when you use the Z Flip 6 without changing its default settings. If you want to expand the things you can do with the cover display, you can download the Samsung Good Lock app from the Samsung Store, and from there, install the Multi-Star app. This app allows you to choose apps that you want to use on the cover display. From here onwards, it's really up to you what kind of app you would prefer to use on the cover display and when to open up the main 6.7-inch screen. Putting the negatives aside, the Galaxy Z Flip's compact form factor when folded shut makes carrying it around very easy. Doing quick text replies or switching between songs via the cover display can also be done with just one hand, as opposed to needing two hands with a regular candy bar phone like my iPhone 15. When you do open up the Galaxy Z Flip 6, you'll find a vibrant 6.7-inch Full HD+, foldable dynamic LTPO AMOLED 2X display with a smooth 120Hz refresh rate, laid out in a tall 22:9 aspect ratio. Like with other Samsung flagship displays, this one doesn't disappoint at all. In fact, the crease is now less prominent too, at least when looking straight at it. The only complaint I have with the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 main display is its Full HD+ resolution. A 5,000 ringgit phone should come with an even higher resolution display, but this is certainly me nitpicking here lah. Sitting underneath the hood of the new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 is Qualcomm's latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip. It now sports more RAM at 12GB, which is 4GB more than before, and comes with either 256GB or 512GB of storage, with our review unit here being the former option. I mainly use the Z Flip 6 for activities such as typing Word documents, texting, social media, photography, and videography. I also played some games such as Real Racing 3, Asphalt, Legends Unite, and NBA Live Mobile. Practically speaking, performance isn't an issue here. Its thermal performance has also improved over its predecessors thanks to the addition of a vapor chamber, a first in the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip series. The Galaxy Z Flip 6 is certainly fast, but it's no longer furious like its predecessors, even when gaming. It does get a little warm sometimes, but definitely not at a level to make me worried. This certainly wasn't the case with my iPhone 15, which heats up rather often even without heavy loads. It's interesting how a foldable can have better thermal performance than a non-foldable iPhone 15. Just think about that. Camera lovers will be happy to hear that Samsung took the 50-megapixel sensor from the S24 and slapped it on the Z Flip 6, although the 12-megapixel ultra-wide sensor here is carried over from the Z Flip 5. The 50-megapixel sensor can pixel bin to 12 megapixels, which is the default photos resolution setting out of the box. This can also help deliver better low-light shots. But of course, the 50-megapixel mode is still there whenever you need to capture more details. This main sensor is also capable of delivering 2 times digital zoom, which Samsung says has an optical-like quality. If you often capture images and post them on social media, the Galaxy Z Flip 6 is certainly a phone you should look at. And as per many Samsung flagships from recent years, the Z Flip 6 delivers vibrant and contrasty looking photos. Compared to the Z Flip 5's 12-megapixel main shooter, images taken with the Z Flip 6 are less oversharpened, more vivid, and deliver more natural colors. Zooming into the Z Flip 6 images, details look clearer with less noise too. When pitted against the iPhone 15, photos taken with the Z Flip 6 had better contrast but with less dynamic range. The Samsung also tend to take brighter photos than the iPhone. Due to how the Z Flip 6 oversharpens its images, the iPhone 15 does snap more natural looking photos, and when faced with high contrast situations, the iPhone 15 did perform better than the Flip 6, which churned out more noise in the darker parts of the image. Overall, the Z Flip 6 takes good photos, and I, as an iPhone 15 user, did not miss my personal phone too much when snapping photos with the foldable, even when filming videos. Speaking of videos, iPhones have had a reputation for their ability to capture buttery smooth videos for the longest time in a reliable and dependable fashion. When I first picked up the Z Flip 6, I did not expect this foldable to be able to come close to the iPhone at all in that regard. Boy, was I wrong. The Galaxy Z Flip 6 captures videos that not only look vibrant, but are stable and smooth too. Thanks to its clamshell design, I can take selfies using the outer camera in high quality, as mentioned before, thanks to the cover display acting as a viewfinder. This allowed me to skip the 10-megapixel front camera most of the time, unless when making video calls, even though the front shooter is capable of delivering decent shots. Speaking of selfies, the AI zoom feature was handy, making sure that me and my friends are in the frame by zooming in and out, or even switching to the ultra-wide angle camera when needed. The Galaxy Z Flip 6's ability to fold in half also allowed me to place the phone on a table and have it on flex mode to take pictures or videos as if the phone were on a tripod. Previous Samsung Galaxy Z Flip phones were known to have lackluster battery life. However, with the Z Flip 6, Samsung has given it a 4000 mAh battery. This is 300 mAh larger than its predecessor. With normal usage, this gave me close to 5 hours of screen on time with the always on display turned on, and over 5.5 hours with the feature off. Charging, however, does take a little bit longer with the Z Flip 6 due to it only supporting up to 25 watts of wide charging. For a 5,000 ringgit phone, this is pretty unacceptable. Yes, it does support 15 watt wireless charging and even 4.5 watt reverse wireless charging for your accessories or whatnot, but a maximum charging rate of 25 watts in a flagship tier smartphone in 2024 is just bonkers. But the iPhone 15 is no different in this regard either lah. Now, let's talk about its software. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 runs on the Korean brand's One UI 6.1 skin on top of Android 14. But the main update here that Samsung wants you to know is the addition of the full Galaxy AI suite. This includes features like sketch to image, which allows you to draw on existing images to generate new elements as if they were part of the image the whole time. You can even draw on the Samsung Notes app from scratch and have Galaxy AI generate a full-blown image. This not only saves you time, but can also be a lifesaver if you lack artistic talent like me and need to have a full-blown image done in no time. Galaxy AI also comes with a series of Grammarly-like features to help enhance your writing via Chat Assist. Built into the Samsung keyboard, this AI writing suite can help translate text, compose sentences, change your text into different writing styles, and even correct your spelling and grammar. Next up is the interpreter feature, where you can speak into your phone's mic and have the app translate into another language. To make it easier to use when, let's say, traveling, you can have the cover display show the translated text as well, so that it's easier for the person you are talking to read what you're trying to say. However, the translation here is far from perfect, but is undeniably useful during desperate situations. Sometimes having a bad translation is better than having no translation at all, right? Taking the crown among the Galaxy AI features, in my opinion, is Circle to Search, where you can simply hold down the home button and on any screen, draw a circle around the object you wish to know about. This even works when in the camera app. Galaxy AI will then give you the answer on what that object is about via Google Search. Aside from AI, the Galaxy Z Flip 6 ability to fold in half also helps with productivity. You can put the phone in flex mode and use it like a laptop. You can also engage the flex mode panel on the bottom half of the screen, which gives you tools such as a touchpad and a scroller for easier navigation. So, has the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 convinced me to get an Android-powered foldable? Well, yes, at least for the most part. I love how the phone's flexibility helps make it a more convenient device to use, and overall, the amount of freedom Android grants me over an iPhone, which usually prefers to dictate how a phone should be used. However, due to its starting price of 4,999 ringgit, which is a 500 ringgit hike from before, I would rather save some cash and go for the Galaxy S24 or S24 Plus, which cost 100 ringgit and also 900 ringgit less than the Z Flip 6 respectively. In fact, the iPhone 15 can also be had for 100 ringgit cheaper than the Z Flip 6. Of course, you can't fold these phones like you can with the Z Flip 6, but they are certainly more durable, giving you peace of mind, and also come with a better camera setup, at least with the S24 phones, and come with better battery life as well. So, with that said, should you get the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 over other non-foldable flagships? If you like how it looks, are a fan of its foldable tech, and love taking selfies and group fees, then yes. We should also remember that by being foldable, the Galaxy Z Flip 6 is still one of the most advanced smartphones in the market right now. That is already way ahead of what Apple is capable of doing until it creates its own foldable iPhone someday. Still, Samsung could have easily flexed its innovation muscles a little bit more by at least giving the Galaxy Z Flip 6 a larger and more useful covered screen, faster charging, and so on. With its 5,000 ringgit starting price, these features shouldn't have been sacrificed. Would you choose the Galaxy Z Flip 6 over a regular non-foldable flagship phone? let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, do drop us a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and remember to turn on the notification bell to not miss out on our future videos. Do log on to sorachinchao.com for the latest tech news and find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. That's all from me, and we will see you in the next video. Goodbye.